Hello, today I'll be talking about Seismitoad, the second of two water-ground Pokémon introduced in Gen 5, the other being its pre-evolution Palpitoad. Seismitoad is also the final evolution of Timepole, who evolves into Palpitoad, who evolves at level 36. Seismitoad's previous BYC dates are August 16th, 1997, June 6th, 2000, March 28th, 2003, January 16th, 2006, November 6th, 2008, August 28th, 2011, June 18th, 2014, April 8th, 2017, January 28th, 2020, and November 18th, 2022. As mentioned over the past 2 days, Seismitoad is interesting as, when comparing Timepole's line to Poliwag's line, it seems to mirror Politoad rather than Poliwrath. I also dislike that it replaces the tan parts of Timepole and Palpitoad with cyan, as it makes the line feel inconsistent. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Seismitoad, the vibration Pokemon, whose number is 0537. This is what it looks like. Its type is Water Ground. Abilities: Swift Swim or Poison Touch. Water Absorb is its inability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a Group Water 1. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 4'11" or 1.5 meters. Weight is 136.7 pounds or 62 kilograms. Base experience yield is 229. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 3 in HP. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokédex color is blue. And base friendship is 70. Seismitoad is a dual-type water/ground Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from Palpitoad starting at level 36, is the final form of Timepole. Biology: Seismitoad is a bulky, aquamarine, blue, bipedal toad-like Pokemon. Its underside and the bumps found on various parts of its body are cyan, with thick black edges. Its hands and feet have 3 bulbous digits. Additionally, Seismitoad has red eyes, cyan adornments on its legs, and a long tongue. The various lumps on its body have varying capabilities. The ones on its head can shoot a paralyzing liquid, while the ones on its hands can be vibrated to increase its punching power. It can also vibrate the lumps as a source of torment for its opponents, or use them to create earthquake-like tremors. Seismitoad is popular among the elderly, who use the lumps' vibrations for massages. Seismitoad is known to wield venom and is related to Croagunk and Toxicroak. Evolution: Seismitoad evolves from Palpitoad as the final form of Timepole, so Timepole, Palpitoad, Seismitoad. Game data: Pokédex entries. In Gen 5, Black, they shoot paralyzing liquid from their head bumps. They use vibrations to hurt their opponents. White, it increases the power of its punches by vibrating the bumps on its fists. It can turn a boulder to rubble with one punch. Black 2 and White 2, by putting power into its bumps, it creates vibrations and increases the power of its punches. In Gen 6, X is White Sentry, Y is Black Sentry, Omega Ruby is White and X's entry, and Alpha Sapphire is Black and Y's entry. In Gen 8, Sword, the vibrating of the bumps all over its body causes earthquake-like tremors. Seismitoad and Croagunk are similar species. Shield, this Pokemon is popular among the elderly, who say the vibrations of its lumps are great for massages. Game locations, side game locations. Held items: in Black and White, it has the Person Berry 50% of the time. In Black 2 and White 2, it has the Pecha Berry 50% of the time. Stats: base stats will compare Gen 5 and Gen 6 onward. So HP 105, that stays the same. Attack 85, that goes up to 95. Defense 75, that stays the same. Special attack 85, that stays the same. Speed 74, that stays the same. So this one has a total of 499. This one has a total of 509. Type effectiveness: damage normally by normal, fighting, flying, ground, bug, ghost, water, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass for 4, immune to electric, resistant to poison, rock, steel, and fire, all for half. Notes: if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of electric-type moves is double, so go from 0 to double. If this Pokemon has Water Absorb, the effectiveness of water-type moves is 0, so it'll be 0 instead of 1. Learn set by leveling up. We'll do this Evo here, then go down to 36, so upon evolution, it gets Drain Punch, 39 Aqua Ring, 46 Hyper Voice, 54 Muddy Water, 62 Rain Dance, and 70 Hydro Pump. By TM/TR, we're skipping. By breeding, we're skipping. By tutoring's nothing. By prior evolution's nothing. By transfer from another generation. 6 and 7 after you. 5 through 7 bubble, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 confide. 5 through 7 double team and endeavor. 6 and 7 focus punch. 5 through 7 frustration and hidden power, neither work anymore. 6 and 7 infestation. 5 through 7 knockoff mud bomb and mud sport. Mud mob and mud sport don't work anymore. 6 power up punch. 5 through 7 refresh and return, neither work anymore. 5 and 6 rock smash. 6 secret power, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6 strength, and 5 through 7 swagger. Side game data, got all this. Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond in the Pokepark pad entry. It's difficult to tell what he is thinking about. He is incredibly popular among Timepole. Got all this. Evolution data, Time Pole, level 25 Palpitoad, level 36 Seismitoad. Sprites here, so of course a lot darker colors. Interesting, different angle. I think the cyan parts, I guess, are a lot smaller than the official arts. That's interesting. Then you got green and gold for the shiny. Gen 6. You get the models. Makes these cyan parts, so the bumps a lot bigger. Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. In Gen 7, not really much changes. In Gen 8, you get much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation. Seismitoad and Pokemon the series, black and white. Got all these. Pokedex entries. I already record this first one in the anime section, so let Ash's Pokedex read it.
Seismitoad, the vibration Pokémon, and the evolved form of Palpitoad. By vibrating the bumps on its fists, Seismitoad increases its power, pulverizing a boulder with a single punch.
In Journeys, episode 72, in goes Rotom Phone. Seismitoad, the vibration Pokemon, a water and ground type. Seismitoad vibrates the bumps on its body to create earthquake-like shaking. Pokemon Generations, Seismitoad and Pokemon Generations, with a bunch of... I got a Gilgalith, couple... Sigilif, Mandibuzz, Whirlipede, Scolipede, another Palpitoad in the background, Krokorok, the manga, Seismitoad and Pokemon Adventures, kind of this and the TCG. Trivia, I read this first point in the Vibrava video. Since Gen 6, Seismitoad is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 509. Seismitoad is the only non-poison type Pokemon that can legitimately have the ability Poison Touch. Origin, according to interviews with Ken Sugimori in Nintendo Dream, Seismitoad is based on a Japanese common toad, although the team had previously created Pokemon based on frogs with the Poliwag line. Sugimori wished to go for a more traditional frog-like evolution in this instance. The lumps on its body may be inspired by the warts found on most toads, known as parotoid glands, combined with loudspeaker drivers. This connection between frogs and loudspeakers may stem from the croaking behavior seen with male frogs, which do so to attract mates. Inspiration may also come from the common Suriname toad, an aquatic amphibian whose back is covered in pockets that hold its eggs. Seismitoad being able to secrete a paralyzing liquid from its head bumps may be inspired by the Cuyaba dwarf frog, which has large bumps resembling eyes on its rear that can emit a poisonous secretion when threatened. Seismitoad's ability to use vibrations to enhance its punches and cause tremors may reference the phenomenon of resonance and resonance disasters. Name origin: Seismitoad may be a combination of seismic and toad. Gamma Girogi may be a combination of gamma, toad, and Gero Gero, onomatopoeia for frog croaking. Now the languages, references, external links, let's move on. Since we watched Seismitoad's first scene in the anime in previous videos, let's watch Seismitoad's second scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching episode 722, Battling the Bully. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character's traveling companions, Iris and Silent, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, and Iris's ex-Sue have met a boy, Mitch, who has told them that he needs to borrow Pikachu to battle Glenn here. There's also Sean here, who has borrowed 2 Pokemon to allow Glenn to choose one of those Pokemon to battle Pikachu with. There's a Seismitoad. That's going to be. I would say that is Seismitoad's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Seismitoad. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. 100% fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Seismitoad. This is Pokemon Quest, Will vs. Clay Gym Battle by Will Dino Champion 55. So I guess this is maybe a recreation of the fight in Pokemon Quest, but like in the anime. Interesting. We got a Seismitoad with Clay
And a Levani with Will here. Interesting. This is 537 Seismitoad by Blocks of Bulls. I'm pretty sure this is just the official art. This is not a Seismitoad, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I simply don't have time. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Throw. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.